I don't see why I should suffer for 16 years and then say I ain't got it. And I think, well, I just think Turner's getting away with murder.
Turner's told the asbestos inquiry in 1977 that the prevalence of asbestos disease in their British factories was no more than 1 in 300. Yet Dr. Geoffrey Morris, then Turner's chief medical officer and a former university lecturer, was within months concluding that the definite or strongly suspected cases of asbestosis at Turner's Rochdale was not 1 in 300, but more than 1 in 4, after just 10 years at work. Soon after, Turner's and Dr. Morris parted company. The main asbestos inquiry authors never received Dr. Morris's vital 1 in 4 findings from Turner's, and they were never published.
I think that no scientific fact which is properly conducted should be hidden under the pillow. It should be allowed the light of day and given the chance of the eminent scientists in this country and others to criticise.
And is that what happened in this case? It was hidden under the pillow?
It was never asked for.
The British Occupational Hygiene Society checked Morris's X-ray readings. At Rochdale, they found well over half the workers, 58%, had the first signs of lung damage. That study has never been published either. A wealthy suburb of St. Louis, Missouri. Dana Bond has been widowed because of asbestos. Her case made American legal history. Her husband Richard had worked for just a few months with asbestos, using a process invented by Turner and Newell and exported to America. Then this healthy, fit man developed asbestos cancer. His lawyers recorded this tape.
You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Do.
Will you state your name, sir?
It's Spodden Valley.
Where do you live, sir?
I live in Fountain, Illinois.
How old a man are you?
32.
Are you married or single?
Married.
What is your wife's name?
Dana Bond.
Do you have any children?
3.
Sir, prior to your health problem, what had been your business or occupation?
I was a teacher. I coached varsity basketball, coached football.
Are you suffering a particular illness at this time, sir?
Yeah.
What is, do you understand what it is or what they call it?
Pleural mesothelioma, asbestosis.
Asbestosis and mesothelioma?
3 days after this testimony was taken, Richard Bond died, aged 32. Turner's and their American agents paid his widow $1,400,000 compensation. That's nearly £750,000. Compare then the fortunes of Dana Bond, with £750,000 from Turner's to ease her financial worries, to those of Ada Brown of Rochdale. Like Dana Bond, she's a Turner's asbestos widow. Like Dana Bond, her husband died of the asbestos cancer, mesothelioma. Soon after he died, a man from Turner's visited her.
He sat down, had a chat with me and that, you know, and he said, well, Turner's had decided to give me this gift of £200. And at the time I was very upset because I thought it was awful. And that I'd come home no more. Just talking about it.
When you say it was awful, the £200, what do you mean?
For a man's life. And there's others like him in there.
Now, Ada Brown gets an additional £7 a week, but it's a grace and favour payment. Turner's can cut it off at any time. Ada says she was never told of her basic legal rights. She could have sued Turner's, yet Turner's say, we accept our obligation to treat with consideration and generosity any of our people whose health has been impaired. Steve Hines' wife worked for Turner's for 21 years. She too died from the asbestos cancer mesothelioma. How much compensation did he receive?
Not one penny. He said, no, he said, there won't be anything. He said, because he said, when people go work at Turner's, he said, they know the risk what they're taking on.
Were Turner's sort of helpful and considerate in other ways when she died?
Only way they was considerate was I wrote them a letter about the pension scheme, and they said they was going into it. And a week or two after, I received another letter to say I would be getting just over £100, which bought a headstone. But otherwise, the only other thing I got was a wreath for her grave.
You just can't give in, can you? You owe it to yourself and to your family to keep fighting, don't you? And when you get knocked down, get up and stand there again and then have another go at you. You've got to have something, haven't you? I mean, just because we worked at that mill all them years ago doesn't mean to say we can't fight back, is it? So, and that's the sort of people mill workers are around here. They all fight back. Well, they try to do, you know, but when you're dead you can't, can you? So you might as well struggle on while you're alive. Do your fighting then. So, just have to keep going on and putting up with it, the pain and everything.
A few weeks later, Alice died peacefully in her sleep. She was just 48.